Okay, so in this final tutorial video for week one's code clinic, I'm going to show you how you can use FileZilla, the FTP client that I showed you in the first video that we used to get your U of U web space claimed and set up and ready to go. I'm going to show you how you can use FileZilla now to upload the files that you just created. So the first thing you're going to need to do is connect to your web space. So if you you can choose it from the Quick Connect menu since you have already connected to it once before. So click here. And if your information is not still stored there because you are working on a lab machine and the information is gone, then you'll just need to go through again and enter in the URL, your username, which is your UID, and your password, and then hit connect. Okay, so now I am connected to my web space at the University of Utah, and I'm going to put my Code Clinic files inside of the folder for the course. So if I click on public HTML, which is the folder that we set up for you before, I have a folder in here called COM3510. So if I click on that, now the folder is opened and you can see all of the files and folders that are in the COM3510 folder. So all of these files here are the files that make up your course website, for example. Okay, so I want to create another folder inside of COM3510 for all of the Code Clinic files that I have on my local machine. So again, all of these files over here on the right hand side, these are the files on the remote site, on the server at the university. All of the files on the left are files on your local site, on your local computer, your local machine. Okay? And the goal is we want to get the files from our local machine up onto the internet, onto a server that then people can come along and look at our files. So if I open this up, Code Clinic, you can see that I have all of the files here, including week1.html, which is the file we were just working on. Okay, but since I'm going to be creating a number of these files, I want to just put the whole folder on the server. So if I go up a level back to the generic COM3510 folder, or excuse me, just to the Aptana folder on my local machine, I can now see the Code Clinic file again. And I literally am just going to grab, drag, and drop. You see you get the little green plus sign. I'm going to drop that folder into the list over here. And down in the status window you can see that it says it's transferring all of these files. And now it's done. So pretty quick. And if I double click on this folder on the server that used to be on my local machine, actually it's still on my local machine. When you drag and drop a file or a folder from your local machine to the server, you don't lose the information on your local machine. It's still here. Okay, so you haven't lost anything. So now you just have the same file, the same folders in two different places. So if I open that Code Clinic folder on the server, now I have all of those files, including week1.html. So if I go to my browser now, I have a blank window, and I have the URL entered up here for that file. So let's see what that file looks like on the internet. So I have http://home.utah.edu, and then my UID, and then the folder COM3510, and then the folder Code Clinic, we remember was inside of the folder COM3510, and then inside the Code Clinic folder we have week1.html. So if I now hit enter, I will see the file that we just created in Aptana and uploaded to the server using FileZilla. So here is all of that information. Here's the file, and it looks just the same as it did when we previewed it in Aptana. And let's do a little usability testing, make sure the link works. So let's click on that link, and sure enough, the link works and it takes you to my website. If we click back, we go back to the page that we just created. So, in these 3 short tutorial videos, you've learned how to claim your space on the University of Utah website, create a simple profile page that teaches you some of the very basic HTML tags that you will use throughout the entire course, and upload and put that file on the internet. So congratulations, you now have your first website.